Pile 1, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading. So today we are going to be looking at what does your ex currently think of you now. So you can see this as, again, an ex can literally be like an ex-partner, an ex-situationship, an ex-spouse. Maybe this is like an ex-best friend, an ex-coworker. I want you to go ahead and think of a person that you have on your mind right now, Pile 1. And we are going to be looking at how they're currently perceiving you now. What do they think of you now since you guys are no longer in contact or no longer together? But right away, I do have the cards pre-shuffled today. I'm going to go over them in just a minute. But with your anime girl image, it was a girl that was drinking, it looked like a coffee, like an iced coffee. And the expression that she was giving me was more serious. I'm also hearing more skeptical. So I would say that the person that you're asking about may see you as someone that maybe, literally is drinking a lot more caffeine. Maybe you have a busy, active lifestyle. So you have to keep up with the energy that maybe your routine is asking you to have. I would also say that you are coming off as less naive. I was channeling that in my mind. This person is perceiving you to be taking life more seriously, and they're also taking you seriously. And I'm getting this example where you are a huge dreamer. I think that's a positive thing about you, Pile 1, but I'm picking up that you used to tell this person about these ambitious goals that you want to pursue. But this person either saw you as maybe a procrastinator, maybe they saw you as more lazy, maybe they didn't believe that you had the capabilities of being able to make these dreams happen. I'm kind of getting that this person underestimated you, and I'm hearing it was for their own benefit. So that's kind of rude, but I think this person liked to downplay things that you were passionate about or your achievements as a way to make their ego feel a bit better. I'm kind of getting that this person knew, even back then, I'm channeling that this person knew even back then that if you were serious enough that you can manifest big things in your life. And I don't know if they were intentionally doing this, but I almost feel like when you were in this person's life, or vice versa, when they were in your life, Pile 1, their energy almost kept you small. It made you feel like you didn't have as many choices. And now that you guys have departed, I'm hearing that your life has transformed in a way that you always wanted it to happen. But maybe this person's energy I'm hearing it was lingering. I'm kind of going all over the place, Pile 1, but there's something about this person's vibe, maybe their personality, maybe the way that they treated you, that made you feel like the things that you wanted to pursue in life, you weren't able to make it happen. And since this person is no longer in your life, this person is seeing you from I'm hearing from online or hearing about it through other people. The things that you once talked about with this person, it's all starting to come true. So I do sense a bit of envy coming from this person because I think they're now just realizing how serious you are about making these things that you told this person about to come true in your life. And so you are being taken more seriously by this person. And it seems like your lifestyle is a bit more hectic and more busy, but I'm almost kind of getting that this person is proud of you. They admire you, but they're covering it up with jealousy and maybe some animosity. So regardless of what kind of relationship you and this person had, again, it could be platonic, it could be romantic, I do feel like this person looked up to you in a way, but they almost would get so jealous of something that they wish that they could have. Like the quality that you have is your hopefulness and this willingness to not let yourself not succeed. They really like that about you, especially now. You're coming off as braver and unwilling to, I guess, lose. I keep getting winning and losing. So I think this person sees you as competition in some sense. They may even be actively trying to compete with you, maybe even unbeknownst to you. Maybe they're having some sort of I don't know if they're trying to make it so that their life looks better than yours. I don't even think you're in contact with this person, pile one. It feels really one-sided, but that's basically what I'm channeling so far. Is this person sees you as competition now. I don't know if they saw you as that back then, but especially now. As I said that, we got power struggle. You may be involved in a power struggle between two or more people. So I feel like you are actively, because you are basically having these milestones in your life being reached. I think it's not just this person that you're asking about. I think you actively have people competing with you. I'm even hearing in my mind actively competing for your attention. So if this is a romantic situation, pile one, I actually feel like you have quite a bit of suitors that are very attracted to you, and they're actually trying to find a way to court you. You may even be dating like multiple people right now, like nothing too serious. You may be going on dates with like multiple people, just having fun. Maybe you're single. And I can see that this old ex, this old love situation, maybe even an ex-friend, they're seeing that you are playing the field, but not in like a trampy, negative sense. It's just, there's a lot of people that are attracted to you right now. And I'm also getting that you are also, because of your more ambitious nature, you are attracting people that want to compete with you. They're trying to one-up you, if you know this or not. They see you as having something valuable, right? This is almost like a compliment to you, pile one, that people see you doing better for yourself. And so they may be feeling like they're not doing as much as you, or they're not doing as well as you. So they may be trying to play up their successes, or they're trying to bring up wins in their own life as a way to measure up to you. And this person that you're asking about, I feel like I'm hearing that they used to be seen as top dog in the connection that you guys used to be in, but it seems like you are doing better than maybe they are right now. And I don't know if they're taking it very well. They're also seeing you as someone that is no longer excusing bad behavior. Again, like I said before, when you guys were together, when you guys were in a relationship, either platonic or romantic, you had big ambitious goals, but you wouldn't see results because you maybe would get too bored, or you get distracted, or again, lazy. But they're seeing that you are no longer excusing yourself from not putting in the work and not putting in the effort. And I'm definitely hearing something about how you have a schedule now. You may have to have reminders to keep you occupied on whatever it is that you're working on, but you have like a system is what I'm hearing. You have a system, a schedule, a routine now that's keeping you on track. And I'm even hearing something about body and fitness when it comes to excuses. I'm hearing something about how you talked about how you wanted to be your healthiest self. Maybe you complain. I'm getting that you used to complain a lot. I think that's something that you're changing up. Is this person is noticing that you're more positive, you're not as negative or pessimistic, you're not complaining about the things that you're lacking. It seems like if there's things that you don't like about yourself or that you don't like about your life, you're doing something about it. You're not going to multiple people asking for advice or being like, oh, I hate my life. Sorry, I know that sounded like really bad, but it's kind of giving me this impression of, this person may have actually, I'm getting that they used to get annoyed about how much you complained. And I'm sorry if this is coming off as rude. I'm not saying that you did this, but I'm channeling this person's energy. They used to get annoyed about maybe like things that you complain about, but they saw you as someone that never did anything. Like it was just mostly talk. You're not doing that anymore. Like, I don't even think you really complain or talk to people about your problems. So I'm also hearing that you're a lot more quiet and a lot more reserved maybe when it comes to like private life and challenges that you're going through. I'm hearing that you don't really talk to people about your struggles, which is also making you look a lot more strong. Again, anyone that looks strong, they all have good and bad days, but for some reason publicly, what this person can see is the strength that you're carrying. You may be responsible for a lot of things, a lot of people. You may have a lot of burdens. You may have a lot of things going on. But the way that you carry yourself now, like this person would never know that you may be going through a difficult period in your life, because the way that you present yourself, it seems like you've overcame maybe a lot of fears, anxieties, and things that this person may have looked down on you for. We also have new love. So it does seem like you have either a new passion in life or you have a new romantic love interest. And it seems like this person, if you are dating someone new, pile one, it seems like this person is, I'm hearing this person allows you to be seen. That's really interesting. So I don't know if you've dealt with partners and or even just friends in the past that felt like they had to be in the spotlight somehow. I'm hearing knowing your place. Like you've dealt with people that like to headbutt you, confront you, power struggles, fight with you. I don't know if you have a very bold personality, but there's something about this new partner that loves your personality, and they love it when you stand out. They love it when you try to shine in some sort of way. This partner of yours loves to compliment you and make you feel like you are the star of the show, that you are the main character. And I think you've dealt with people in your life that even back then when you weren't doing your best, they still had like a chip on their shoulder about things that they envied you for or things that maybe they were jealous of you for. And I keep getting that you've had people try to knock you down a peg. Even when you were doing like your worst, they still saw you as something that they had to fight with. And this new love interest of yours, or there's just the people that you have in your life, it seems like these are people that really want to hype you up. They love you, they support you. These people or this person in your life is someone that I'm hearing they have a mutual understanding with you. It seems like these people that you are engaged with now, it seems like a lot of the issues that you've dealt with or faced in past relationships when it came to identity issues, confidence issues, ego battles, confrontations, that's like something that you don't deal with at all with these new connections in your life. I would say that this new love interest, if you're dating someone new, I almost feel like this has almost opened you up to the type of lifestyle that you want to live. There's something about this new way of being that is almost complementing like maybe even a new partner in your life. Like I feel like someone could have came in and made you realize what you're willing to go after, what you're willing to sacrifice, your value. Your self-esteem has gone through multiple ascensions. Maybe because of this new love interest or since you've gotten away from this past ex, the way that you have learned to love yourself and being able to feel comfortable in your own skin is something that this old ex is noticing about yourself. I want to go ahead. I do have two other cards that are here. I guess I will go over these first, and then I will go ahead and clarify the new love interest card to see what's going on. You could be married, so that's something that this ex could actually be noticing about you is you are in a new romantic connection. If this person and you are not married yet, maybe this ex is noticing that this person looks like they could be the one that you settle down with. Because I am hearing something about how you want to be able to find like your soulmate, your partner, you want to have something that's more stable. I'm even getting that your life in general just looks more stable as compared to before. There's a lot of things pointing to your love life. So I feel like this ex could actually still be, if they are a romantic interest, they could still have some feelings for you. And they may be feeling some type of way that you have moved on with someone new. Maybe this was a connection that you jumped in pretty quickly, because I do feel like the progression of this new relationship that you may be in, it's moving really fast. And so if this is an ex that you were with for a while and then you moved on to someone new, this person could be hearing about like what's going on in your new relationship, or they could see that the relationship that you're in, it seems pretty defined, and they may be feeling jealousy. They may be like, oh, well, I miss pile one, blah, blah, blah. They may be discovering that it's too late to get back into your life. But it seems like you are in love with this person, but also in love with your life. It seems like this person is noticing that overall, you just seem happier. You seem happier. You seem like your life is full of love. If it's not romantic love, I'm just seeing that your life is full of love. It's full of connections that are committed to you. It's connections where you feel like you could be with these people for the rest of your life. Like this is your soul tribe. This is your soulmate. I'm seeing comfort and love and support and acceptance. And I think this is something that maybe you were lacking in this last connection, like with the ex that you're asking about. So I want to go ahead and clarify some more with surrounding your love life. What is this ex noticing about your love life? We got the world. Wow. You got the whole world. I'm hearing with this person holding a heart. It's like this person that you're dating is your world, right? I'm also seeing with the World card in tarot, this is all about completion, fulfillment, success, milestones being reached. So you guys could have recently gotten married and you're really happy about this. You're really happy to start this new chapter with this person. I'm seeing that this ex of yours is seeing you as maybe having the life that they wish they could have themselves. It seems like you have like the whole package in your life right now. Either you're the whole package or you have a partner that feels like the whole package. Like your life feels very full of love. Like it seems like a dream come true for you. It's weird. I'm picking up that since you're so happy and you have all of these things and you're going well in your life that you didn't have back then, this person is growing feelings for you because you seem like you're doing better. I'm getting this weird impression. I don't know if they recognize this in themselves, pile one, but they may be feeling some type of way, like when they're drawn to you, their infatuation with you, the attraction that they have for you. It's not so much you, it's more so this feeling of longing for your life. I think they wish that they could have your lifestyle, that they could have someone that treats you well, the partner that you have that treats you well. It's like they're wishing that they could have the things that are going good in your life. They wish that they could have that. Not so much you, like yes, they may miss you. Yes, they may still have feelings for you, but it's more so like the heightening of you doing so well that it makes them want to chase you, not because they want you, but because again, they want something that you have. What are they wanting from you? This ex of yours, what are they wanting from you? Recovery and doing better, skill sets and work ethic. So they see that you're doing better. They see that you're recovering. And they also see that, like I said before, your work ethic, your skill sets, you may be getting recognized at your job right now. I'm hearing you're adulting pretty well. So you're coming off as more responsible and you may be getting noticed for that by other people. You're being seen maybe even publicly with the world that your life is going your way and that you're coming off as more professional. You're able to achieve these goals and these dreams that you've always talked about. It's like the idea of you. They want to basically sought you out as a way to maybe have their own life do better. They're hoping that if they're in your little orbit, if they're around your energy, that you would improve them somehow. This is also a weird message. I got female gaze here. So I don't know if this person, this ex, is a feminine or if they're a masculine, but I'm getting that if they're a masculine, they may be wanting to be in your life because you may have a lot of friends that are females, and maybe they're hoping that if they're in your energy, that they're going to be getting, catching the eyes of some of your friends that are feminines, and so that can improve their own love life if they're single. I'm also getting, if they're a masculine, they're hoping that if they hang around you, I'm getting like tips and pointers on how they can attract female attention. So I'm getting that if they're a masculine, they want to be able to attract female attention. So they're hoping that if they were to get, maybe let's just say they want to get back into a relationship with you, you being together with them would draw the attention of other females that may want to be romantically with them in a sense, right? You would be like arm candy. You would make them look better. If you are, if this person that you're asking about is a feminine, maybe they just ultimately want to look better to other feminines in their life. They want to be able to maybe even look more feminine. Maybe you come off as more soft. Maybe you have this aesthetic that is very feminine, it's very beautiful, maybe luxury, maybe bougie. They're hoping that if they hang around you, you can give them tips and pointers on how to dress themselves, style themselves. Maybe they feel like they could become more attractive if they were to be friendly with you. Something of that sense. It seems kind of weird that they think that you could improve them somehow. Maybe even just being able to associate with you or say that they hang out with you would make them look better or appear better. Yeah, as I said, that we have glamour and beauty underneath the deck here. So I feel like this person, this ex, is also noticing that you are coming off as more attractive, more physically fit, more glamorous, right? Maybe you have more money, you spend more money on your appearance. You come off as sparkly, bedazzled, like a shiny new toy. This is how this ex is viewing you, more so than the past. And I'm getting this example of, this kind of sounds weird, but you used to be a toy to them and they threw you away because you're like, oh, you're an old toy, I'm bored, I don't want to play with you anymore. That sounds horrible. It's giving me the Toy Story 2 movie where he has this fear of like Andy abandoning him because he would want a brand new toy. And it seems like you are like making yourself look more unique, look more refined, look cooler. Like you seem more chill is what I'm hearing. You seem cooler than as compared to before, maybe even more popular, which is making I'm hearing your status appear better. So it's like they want to go back and pick you back up and be like, oh, well, no, I'm not done. I keep hearing I'm not done playing with you. I know that's such a bad example, but I'm getting it's like they want to act like they didn't discard you or that they didn't throw you away the way that they did, or they still want you around. It's like you were kind of that person that they had a halfway closed door on. Like they didn't want to close the door all the way on you in case something like this happened. It's like they kind of just wanted to keep you as on a leash. They wanted to keep you on a leash in case they changed their mind about you. And that's the vibe that I'm getting. This person wanted to keep you in their, I guess, arm's length in case they're like, oh yeah, pile one seems like they're doing better. I want to reel them back into my life again. But they never really wanted to have you there 100% of the time. So this ex definitely makes me feel like they made you feel like replaceable at one point. They may have made you feel like you were maybe an undefined relationship, like a situationship. It seems like they wanted to enjoy your company when they felt like it, but at the same time, they wanted to do their own thing or they wanted to see other people. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And it seems like the tables have turned for you. You are attracting a lot of energy towards you, a lot of attention. A lot of people have their eyes on you. They see you as the prize. And I think this person maybe was in their prime when you were around. And now it's like you're in your prime. And this person may be, going through a period of a slump in their own love life, in their own romantic relationships. I'm going to go ahead and pull one last card for you, pile one, on how this ex is currently viewing you now. And then I think I'm going to end your reading off with some Scrabble letters. So let's see. Storytelling, game of telephone, as well as they think you're lying and you're fake. So there's mostly a lot of gossip, rumors, hearsay when it comes to you. I don't think they don't have a direct line to maybe even your own phone number. You guys may have changed your phone number or maybe you blocked them or something, but it seems like they don't really talk to you directly anymore. This is someone that maybe you hear about in passing or you see them online, or maybe they know someone that knows you. I'm kind of getting they know someone that knows someone else that knows you. It's not really like a direct connection. It's more so like, again, like the game of telephone, right? And what are they hearing about you? What are they hearing about you that's making them think that you're fake? Because I'm curious about that. Sidekick, third wheel, positive outcome, first impression at a glance. So there's basically a lot of talk about how you used to be seen as a sidekick or a third wheel, but now through first impressions, it's coming off that you are the main character. You are like the star of the show. You are being seen as someone that gets noticed often. yeah, something about you is a lot more noticeable, and it's in a positive light. What is this positive quality that's being noticed about you? We have second chance, try again. So something that you are doing, it's like you are revisiting something, you're revising something. I almost feel like you're getting noticed by people. Yeah, we also have mysterious. So I feel like you're coming off as more mysterious to people, which you're attracting a lot of people from your past that want to try again getting into your life. And I'm hearing that you're saying no to a lot of people. You're denying a lot of people from your past, which is catching a lot of interest, right? When we feel like we can't have things, it makes us want those things more. So you have a lot of people trying to get into your little orbit, trying to get your attention, trying to get you to hang out with them. And you're declining a lot of offers, and you're coming off as more mysterious, but it also makes you come off as more desirable. This ex of yours is thinking that you're doing this on purpose, that there's nothing that special about you. You're just trying to come off that you're like a big deal. Like, to me, it almost seems like this person doesn't believe that you've changed. They don't believe that you're doing better. Again, they may be seeing it and hearing it, but it's like they're denying it. And I'm also seeing for you that your love life is improving. Again, they think that you're lying about how well that your relationships are going. Maybe they think that you're lying about how you're so happy with this new partner. They could just be thinking that you're playing a front, that you're making a show out of it. You're trying to make them think that you're doing better than when you're really not. I think you've been doing the work on yourself, but also, again, relationships do take work. So I don't think they believe that you've been wanting to improve your connections. They don't believe that you are putting in the work, the effort, and the commitment, maybe even the loyalty in this said connection. They could be thinking that you're the type of partner that gives up easily, or they get bored or uninterested, and something about you now, it's like your relationship that you're with, you could have been with this person for a while now. I'm just seeing that the progression of this new connection that you're in is leading to marriage, if not already. And they may not be believing you that you're serious about this person, but it seems like you actually are, but they're not believing it, right? They won't believe it until they physically see it, is what I'm hearing. So that is what I'm channeling for what this person is thinking of you now. So let's go ahead and end your video off, pile one, with my Scrabble letters. Okay, so pile one, let's go ahead and see what your ex is currently thinking of you now with my Scrabble letters. If we get any signs, maybe we can get initials for this person's name or anything that could be relatable to you and your ex, or whatever comes up, right? Let's see what your ex is thinking of you now. Let's see what we can spell. Okay, so I actually do see the word X, and before I even saw the word X, I saw the word hex. I don't think you guys do spell work, but if you do, this person may be thinking that you are hearing putting love spells on them. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they feel like their life is going through a period of bad luck since you left. If it's not like actual like spell work or witchcraft or whatever, it seems like this person may feel like maybe you are wishing them bad or something. Maybe they feel like their life has gone downhill since you left their life. So they may be thinking that you were almost like a good luck charm to them, and since you're gone, their life doesn't feel as good for them as maybe once before. Let's see. We have the word dabble. So they're seeing that you're dabbling in something. And dabbling could also be in a form of, not settling in something. Maybe you're trying something new. Maybe you're curious about something. I want to know what you're dabbling in. Let me get a card. What does this person think that you're dabbling in? Again, maybe it could be the spell work thing that I was channeling. I don't think it's going to be like that for everyone, but they think that you're dabbling into something. You're into something that maybe you're not being like super upfront about. What does this person think that you're getting interested in, that you're trying behind the scenes, that you are starting up? What are you dabbling in? Okay, that was way too many cards here. Okay, this came out. Video games. And selling, get rid of, donating. So They may think that you are changing up maybe the preferences of video games that you are into. We also have outside influences, third party. I'm hearing something about how they think that people are influencing you when it comes to maybe like movies that you're interested in, TV shows, hobbies, interests, video games. So they see you as someone that's dabbling in new creative hobbies or new things that you find to be fun because of people that you may be interested in or people that are seen as like your friend group. Maybe there's a new love interest that you have that's really into video games and they can see that you're dabbling in it because of that person. That's interesting. What is that talking about? Tarot reader. Okay, so it seems like if you guys have tarot cards, you may actually be getting rid of cards right now. You may be selling your cards, getting rid of your divination stuff. It's almost like if you are seen as someone that is a tarot reader, a mystic, maybe this was something that was like your genre, this was your thing, your aesthetic, they could be noticing that you are changing up what you're interested in. So maybe you're not into the tarot cards as much anymore. Maybe you're moving on to like, more practical things like video games or movies. Or, maybe you are trying to find maybe more tarot cards that are connected to TV or movies or I don't know, something like that. It seems like there's different hobbies and different interests that you're into. You're kind of maybe even dabbling in both video games and tarot. Maybe you're dabbling in the spiritual world and, maybe like online streaming or, watching online streamers or something. It seems like your hobbies and your interests are changing up. And they are noticing that as well. I'm seeing a dab as in, I don't know why, maybe some of you guys smoke weed. I don't know if that's relevant or not. I don't really, again, I don't smoke weed, but I don't have anything against that. So maybe that's what you guys are doing. You guys are starting to smoke weed, or maybe they're assuming that you are. Again, it really doesn't matter. Maybe this person is noticing that you're doing that. Maybe that's more of like your lifestyle now. Maybe you are cutting this out. Maybe that's something that they're noticing. I'm also seeing stir the pot. I'm seeing stir as in stir the pot. So maybe this could be in a literal sense, like you're cooking more. Maybe this person notices that you're doing more home cooking. But I'm also seeing stir the pot as in like the plot thickens, as in there's more exciting things happening in your life. There could be, again, a lot of like, not drama, but there could actually be some gossip surrounding your name. There's a lot of people talking about you or interested in your life right now because it seems like your life is getting more exciting or getting more interesting to this person. I'm seeing blew it. Yeah, I think this person may be recognizing that they may have blew their chance when it came to maybe like being in your life. They may be noticing that maybe they feel like they goofed up when it came to you. Yeah, I'm hearing they want you to come back. I think this person really misses you and they want you back, but I think they're also recognizing too that they may have blew any chances that they have getting back into your good graces. I'm also seeing jar. So I'm seeing like jar and canned food. So again, with the stir, you guys may be really into homemade meals, learning new recipes. Maybe you guys are canning like fruits like peaches or strawberries, maybe making jellies or jams. I'm hearing pickle jars, so maybe you guys are like pickling cucumbers, right? Getting them all fermented and then jarring them. I'm seeing like Whole Foods, going to farmers markets. I'm seeing that this person may be noticing that about you. What else do I see? And also, if I don't say anything that you guys do see, go ahead and type it down below for someone else. I'm also seeing shed. So you guys could be shedding something about yourself. Again, it seems like you're in a transitional period. There's something about you that's shedding, like maybe like a snake where it's like shedding the old skin, but I'm also hearing shedding the pounds. So maybe you've lost some weight as well. I'm also getting like a literal shed. So maybe you have a shed in your backyard, like a tool shed. Something about that could also be relevant as well. It could be noticing that maybe you are really into backyard, what is it, like backyard what is that called, like design, like cleaning up your backyard, making your backyard feel like it's all, I guess, pretty, not decorated. I'm trying to think. Landscaping. There you go. Maybe you're doing some landscaping in your backyard. You're having people come and mow your yard. Maybe you're planting some plants. Maybe you have like a tool shed and you have something going on in a tool shed that could be like a plant shop, or something that is like separate, that's not for just plants or tools, but maybe there's like an outdoor office space or something. I do see that for you. What else do I see? All right, so I will say you are coming off as maybe more sexy to this person, more sexually attractive, but I also heard something about your sex appeal or your sex life is something that they're noticing. So you may be out on the prowl right now. If you're single, it seems like you are ready to mingle. You may be having, like lots of dates, lots of options. There's nothing bad about that. You're having fun right now. There's a lot of people that are romantically interested in you right now. We also have the word hair, so they're noticing something about your hair that's different. Maybe you're growing it out. Maybe you've completely changed the color of it. Maybe you have like extensions, wigs, something different about your hair that they're noticing about you. Yeah, but pile one, that is all that I have for you. So I hope that this was helpful. It resonated, you enjoyed it, and I will see all of you guys later. Pile two, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading. So today's reading, we are going to be looking at what does your ex think of you now? This can be seen as an ex, as in like an ex-partner. This could be seen as like a love reading, but honestly, you could be thinking of any person that you consider an ex, or someone that's not in your life anymore, like an ex-friend, an ex-coworker, maybe even a parent that you no longer speak to. We are going to be looking at what do they think of you now when they hear your name, or when they have maybe seen you out in public, okay? But in the image that you chose, I'm going to go over that first before I go over the cards that I already have shuffled for you. In the image that you chose, it is this anime girl that seems very happy. She's blushing. She's like maybe laughing. So I would see this as your ex is basically seeing you in a happier place, a happier mindset. Also getting with the image of that, I guess, lady. I would say girl, because she looks very feminine and very youthful. I would say that you're coming across as maybe even more youthful in nature. Maybe it's just your whole personality or energy. It seems very sweet, happy, peppy. And when you think about children, it almost comes off as a little bit innocent, right? Like pure-hearted. So I would say that this ex is assuming that you're doing well, because it seems like you're smiling more. You seem happier. You seem more positive, and it also comes off as your energy feels lighter. Your energy feels more perked up. And even with that image of her like covering her face and blushing, she's like trying to like not laugh. It's almost like you're trying to contain your enthusiasm, and your ex can like notice this. And I don't know how they're able to. I don't know if they're able to notice it through like pictures, or when they see you out and about. Like, you just seem really happy and vibrant right now. It's also really interesting to me, the image, because out of the other two anime girls in the photo, the one that you chose is coming off as the most childlike, the one that I'm almost getting like it's coming off as maybe not like little kiddish, but the way that she's behaving is coming off as maybe even a little bit mischievous, playing around. Your energy is coming off as playful. Your energy is coming off as fun and spontaneous and silly and goofy and laughing, making jokes. It comes off as this vibe that you have right now. It's really catching. Like, I feel like people can like almost see it as like contagious. Like, your laugh is contagious. Your smile is contagious. You can't help but want to goof off with you and be a part of your shenanigans. So I don't know if you guys are seen as like jokesters, or you guys like to, do things on a whim, maybe get into a little bit of mischief here and there. But I'm getting like the fear of missing out. This ex is seeing that you are having a lot of fun right now, and they're almost getting like FOMO. They're like, oh, I wish I could go do that with pile two. They'd make that fun. I'm even getting like a vibe where when they remember you, when you guys used to be together, even like running errands, going grocery shopping, going and doing like, everyday normal boring things like that, you made it fun. You made it exciting because maybe you like to crack jokes. Maybe you like to like, I'm seeing like you playing tag, like you like tapping them on the shoulder and then running away and laughing, and then they have to find you in the store. It's like little kid antic stuff. You make things fun and silly and goofy and exciting. Even just like little, it's not even that big of a deal. It's like the little things, but you make it more entertaining to be doing things with you. And maybe this ex is thinking about that and they miss that. They miss how life felt more pleasurable with you there. But yeah, let's go ahead and just look at the cards and see what else you need to know about what your ex is thinking of you now. So we have the void. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. Okay, let's see. Today is your day. Positive affirmations. Use positive affirmations every day can change your life. So it seems like this person may be noticing that you are getting out of a mental health funk. When I see the void, I think this is what they used to maybe think about you, is maybe they could sense that you had some like borderline depression. Maybe they could tell in the past that you used to cover up your sadness through being silly, being goofy. It really is giving me like Robin Williams. He was always trying to make people laugh and smile. And he died through, like, he had a disease, but he also was really battling, depression and not feeling like I have hope to live. And it was really sad because he strived, his whole career was built off of him wanting to make other people happy. But I don't know if he felt like he was genuinely happy himself. And sadly, he ended up, taking his own life. Really sad. He was like one of my favorite actors growing up as a kid. I watched a lot of his movies, but it gives me that impression where they may be, I don't know if this ex thinks that you have some sort of mental health struggles. Maybe you deal with anxiety, maybe you deal with depression, maybe even moodiness. But you still try to put on a positive, like a good face, like a happy face, a positive outlook, despite maybe you suffering your own internal monologue, your own internal conflict. Maybe they're assuming that you're pretending to be happy when really you're not. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe you actually are happy, but maybe they're just assuming that you're pretending to be happy. I'm going to go ahead and clarify that void card so I can get some more details on that for you and see if this is something that you struggled with. We have It's a Matter of Time for the void card. Let's get one more card for you. Confused and conflicted. I think this person saw, we have under construction as the next card. So I think, in the next card, I'm sorry, I keep like pulling cards. So this person maybe saw you as someone that had mental health struggles. Maybe you battled with confusion when it came to maybe making decisions. Maybe you came off as maybe a little bit lost in your life, maybe a little bit confused about the direction of where you want to go, maybe even not just in the connection, but just as a whole. You felt like maybe something was missing in your life. Maybe you felt like you didn't really know what your purpose was. Maybe you were searching, going through like soul searching when this person knew you. And it seems like, and it's almost like they're proud of you, because I'm hearing it's a matter of time, as in like they finally found themselves, or they're finally getting like a grip on reality. I know that sounds kind of bad. It seems like they're saying about you, you're coming off as more grounded. You're coming off as someone that's trying to make the best of their situation. And I think this is something that maybe they saw in you for going on for a really long time. And now that they're hearing about you, now that they see you, it seems like you're doing much better, maybe even as compared to before. Maybe they saw how sad you were back then. Maybe you were going through like a victim complex. Again, I think we all go through periods where we feel bad about ourselves, and we kind of like want to be in this mourning grief period, and we feel bad for ourselves in a way where like, oh, I feel like, everyone's out to get me, or I can't believe they did this to me, and blah, 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 blah. It seems like you're no longer blaming the world for your problems. I don't know if that's accurate, but I did channel that. You are wanting to take responsibility for maybe things that, you can fix right now, or being able to, if you have a negative thought or if you feel sad in the moment, give yourself grace enough to know that, you can feel this feeling, but know that it won't last forever. You're just trying to make sure that you're not dwelling in the sadness, because your sadness and depression and anxiety, it could be like a void. I don't think people talk enough about how our sadness can actually be addicting. Being in this feeling of sadness, of mourning, I don't know why this is, but sometimes when you always feel this way, if you're constantly going to like the negativity, it can be really hard to get out of. And when we're thinking negatively all the time, we're attracted to like the worst case scenario. I don't know if people want to admit that, but even just like on here on YouTube, there's a lot of, even like the news is always so negative, but it's always getting people's attention. It's like people are naturally drawn to things that are like seen as gossip, the tea, cattiness, pettiness, more negative emotions. And it brings in a lot of like attention for some reason. It's hard to not be attracted to it, but it seems like you're noticing that maybe the negativity in your life was seen as an addiction. Maybe you were addicted to feeling sad. I know you may not want to admit that, but I feel like, we all go through these periods where it's like, you can't help it, right? You're just in a mood, right? And it's like, I'm getting this impression of like you being annoyed with someone trying to make you feel better about what's going on in your life. Because you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, you say that, but you don't know my situation, or you're annoying me because your life is going better than mine. That's why you're so happy. I'm kind of getting like that pessimistic viewpoint where this person may have assumed that you were like this. I don't know if you actually were, but they're happy that you're finally getting out of it and that you're looking at life with maybe even like more going on in your life. Because even with going against expectations, maybe you're trying to go against your own negative thought process. Maybe you're trying to challenge yourself with maybe like seeing the life with more color, more half glass full, not half glass empty, not assuming things to fall apart or become worse than what they really are. I'm also seeing that you're no longer maybe acting confused with yourself, with your identity, no longer confused, maybe even with your own agenda in life. Maybe you felt like you were lacking purpose and maybe you weren't really sure what to do. But I'm also seeing confliction as in like conflict, right? Like this could be conflict as in arguments, fighting, maybe being confused, right? Maybe this is like you having like an internal struggle, having like maybe fights with your own self about like what you want to be and who you believe yourself to be. It seems like you had like, I keep hearing identity issues. You had some sort of issue with yourself and it almost was coming out and other people could feel it and sense it in your vibe. That I don't want to go too much into it, pile two, but this person is happier for you now because it seems like you are working on yourself. You're trying to get yourself out of this melancholy period. You're not trying to maybe you are, have a problem with like leaning towards addictive behaviors or substances. If you guys are wanting to have like an alcoholic beverage, again, no shame, but maybe, you're noticing that when you drink, you become more depressed or you become more sad or angry, right? Alcohol is a depressant. So maybe that's something that you're noticing about yourself, is maybe even like certain habits that you're noticing too. Like it doesn't have to be substances, but maybe you're like noticing that when you watch this, let's just say this TV show or this YouTube creator, they're really negative. It brings your vibe down. You notice that you'll be in a good mood and then you watch this creator and then you end the video and you're like, God, I don't feel good. I feel angry or I feel irritated or like I'm like anxious or I'm fearful. It's like you're noticing that there's something in your life creating negative emotions in you. And this person, this ex, may actually be commenting on like the things that you used, I'm losing my voice, the things that you used to partake in, you don't anymore because you notice that it brings your vibe down. It could even be like people, right? Maybe there's people that would, enjoy the misery, right? Misery loves company. Maybe you don't want to be around miserable people anymore. You don't want to be around people that only have something negative to say. And since maybe you are taking yourself out of these situations, you're noticing that life really isn't all that bad. So this person is noticing that you're not a negative Nancy anymore, that you seem more hopeful, more positive, and you are enjoying life, maybe even for the first time. Maybe you're enjoying life again. But this person is noticing that and they're complimenting you on that behind the scenes. Even with me losing my voice, again, with you, maybe you used to complain. Maybe you used to complain about you, your life, the things that you can't do, wish that you could do. I was also hearing in my mind that you don't talk bad about people either. And before you go ahead and be like, I don't talk bad about people, Sarah, I think all of us at least once have been annoyed with someone and we didn't talk to them directly. We went and maybe complained about that person to another person, right? I think we all have done that. And it may not be something that you do all the time or a habit, but maybe you were around people that you saw them doing that constantly. And maybe you started noticing it was rubbing off on you. I'm hearing that you are having direct communication now. So you're really good at being able to address problems in your life. Maybe that was something that you struggled with, was the fear of confrontation. That's something that this ex is noticing that you're way better at now. But again, with what I was trying to say, you're also way better about not joining in on gossip, not joining in on behaviors where people talk badly about others behind their back, or criticizing people with maybe they're already going through a hard time and you notice that. And instead of picking apart something that, yes, they may need to improve on, maybe you can help encourage them to maybe do something different that's more positive. So instead of tearing someone down, you're trying to reinforce maybe not having that bad behavior, but being able to get someone to notice that they need to work on themselves in a more, I guess, healthy way. I'll give you an example. So let's just say that you need to, I don't know why I'm getting this example. Maybe you have a hole in your jeans, all right? And normally, maybe you don't have the money to buy yourself a new pair of jeans. And these are really old jeans that are just falling apart. Maybe other people around you, they may be talking bad about your jeans. Oh my God, I can't believe Pile 2 just keeps wearing those jeans. It looks ratty, it looks gross. Are they poor? Why don't they have money to buy jeans? And maybe there's bold enough people that will come up to you and be like, I can't believe you're wearing those jeans. Why are you wearing those jeans? Don't you know how bad you look? You look not professional. Basically dogging on you, right? There could be another approach where maybe you're learning this approach where instead of instantly going to the negative about what they're wearing, even though they may need, if they're working at a professional job, maybe they do need to wear a suit and tie or whatever, but everyone jumps onto making this person feel bad about what they're wearing. But instead of you doing that, you end up going to this person and be like, hey, I noticed that you have been wearing the same jeans with a hole in it for the past week. I just wanted to remind you that our dress code is this and this, but I also want to make sure that if you can't afford a dress code here, I want to be able to help you with finding other options that could be more affordable, or hey, I have something in my closet that I don't wear anymore that could be good for this dress code. I'll lend it to you until you can buy something for yourself. I'm kind of seeing you being more constructive, where you're almost coming off as being more giving someone grace, making sure that you're not jumping to the worst case scenario, but also noticing that because you've maybe even gone through your own period of struggle, and it's when you're down, people are beating you down even harder, not wanting to know why you're going through a hard time. I think you can see the signs of when people are struggling, and instead of jumping to making them feel worse about it, you first go to the stages of how can I help this person, or what can I do to make this person's life a little bit easier? Or how can I understand this person? So I think this X is noticing that you're better at putting yourself in other people's shoes. You're better at having empathy for others. Maybe that's something that you struggled with in the past. You can sympathize with people. Not just because you can feel the other person's emotions, but you can sympathize with them because maybe you've been in their own situation or similar situation. You can understand how they feel that way, and you can feel bad for them. But I'm also seeing that this X is seeing you as more thoughtful as well. I think that you are, it's interesting because I'm getting like this sense of empathy, and you being sensitive to other people's emotions is really something that's coming up in my mind that this X is noticing about you. And yes, I was saying that your personality, how you were coming across is silly, goofy, playful, but I think there's more of this softer side, maybe even more of like a helpfulness side that maybe this X is not used to you having. Because I'm getting that you come off as youthful, and that would be seen as not serious. But there's also a seriousness to maybe even not caretaking, but being able to help someone out, be there for someone. I think this X is seeing another side to you that they didn't really know that you had before. And I'm getting like this X is really looking up to you. I'm mostly seeing that this X is actually seeing you in a really positive way. I don't really feel any animosity. I'm just hearing that they're proud of you for working on yourself. I'm really picking that up for you. Okay, so the rest of the cards, we have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. We have the sword and rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solitary or solitary. I don't even know how to say that. Sorry, pile 2. Force, honor, protection, power. And we also have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify each of those cards with another card to get some more context, pile 2. So what is this person, this X, noticing about you when it comes to you getting clarity on something in your life? You are getting some form of power back. Like it's almost like you're standing in your power, but you're also claiming back your power in a situation, and this X is noticing this about you. In what way? What are you getting clarity and truth on when it comes to you? What is this X noticing about you? Let's talk about it. Yeah, there's something about your communication, because I was losing my voice earlier. I think you are maybe even claiming your voice back, right? Maybe you felt like, yeah, we have strange, weird, and unique. You may have felt like you were too out there to be able to get your viewpoints across. Maybe you felt like a weirdo. I'm hearing the song Creep by Radiohead. Maybe you felt like creepy, like a misfit. There is kind of this energy that I'm picking up where maybe it was easier for you to go into this more isolated period because you felt misunderstood by others. Again, maybe you were feeling sad or empty, like this sense of like, I don't belong anywhere. Again, confusion about yourself. I think you felt like you were going through identity issues. You didn't feel brave enough or strong enough to be seen, to be noticed, to be heard. Maybe you felt insecure at some points. It seems like this X is noticing that you were stepping into who you're supposed to be. You're stepping into your authenticity, and I'm also seeing that you're speaking up for yourself now. You're advocating for yourself now. And it seems like you were very quiet before. You may have actually not really, I don't know why I'm getting that. Did you not speak at all, really? I'm kind of getting like a mute, or you're just very quiet when you were around people. You were mostly in your head a lot of the time. Like you're constantly thinking, but you were like a man or a woman with few words. And for some reason I'm getting, I'm not saying this is who you are, right? That character is very complex and he's crazy, but I'm getting Joe from the show You on Netflix. And if you really pay attention to that show, it's all inner monologue. There's like hardly any scenes where the main character Joe is actually talking. Like it's literally just a voiceover of him talking to the audience, but it's in his head. So there's like, if you were to like watch the show without the inner monologue, it could actually be seen as really awkward and uncomfortable, because it's like people are talking to him and he's like waiting a long ass time to respond back, or he just doesn't say anything at all. But his expressions, like the way that he is verbalizing, is through his facial expressions. That's how he animates and how he gets people to understand him. So people may more so have read your body language, right? Maybe you didn't really speak up enough, but you were hoping that people could kind of get the vibe or the overall gist of how you were feeling or thinking based on your mannerisms and body language. And maybe that's something that you're noticing was a problem. You're like, okay, if I want to get my word across, if I want people to understand me, if I want people to hear me out, I need to actually speak up. And so this X is noticing that you are ready to talk about things that maybe even make you feel uncomfortable, right? So it seems like you're really diving deep into the things that maybe you were afraid of talking about due to feeling shame, guilt, maybe even being repressed in some way. What are you talking about that made you feel weird? What are you talking about? The Fool. Yeah, I think you were afraid of looking foolish, looking silly, looking weird. I think you were maybe even feeling like you were the odd one out at times, because some of the things that you wanted to talk about, the things that you were interested in, people may have, like, judged you or bullied you for being weird or like too unrelatable or something. But it seems like you're a lot more open to expressing your individuality and speaking up and just talking and getting to know people, and you're not really showing that you care as much about how people perceive you also, which again is really helping you stand in your power and honor your voice, honor your truth, because regardless of how people view what you're saying or how they feel about what you're talking about, you still feel confident enough to do it anyway. And so this X of yours is seeing that you are brave enough to be you. You're brave enough to just look foolish or make yourself look embarrassing or shameless. But it's like, this is also helping you in such a big way when it comes to maybe even you exploring like facets of yourself, being able to meet new people, because again, everyone is so on guard about saying the wrong thing and making sure that they have like a perfect public image, that there's things that other people could relate to that they're too afraid of saying due to like maybe criticism or being embarrassed, or maybe it's too taboo in nature, but you're not afraid to say it. You're not afraid to delve into topics that other people try to avoid. I'm actually getting that this has helped you find some sort of like stability when it comes to maybe even like feeling like you could be like a leader or an authoritative figure. Like people look up to you because of this. And I'm getting that it was like the reverse roles of you looking up to others as being the voice. But it seems like you have taken on that role now since this X is gone. All right, so what obstacles have you overcame? What have you expanded from since this X has left your life? Focus on self-care and routine. So there was obstacles when it came to maybe how productive you are, maybe when it came to how you take care of your body, your mind, your heart, maybe even your physical health. What challenges were you having when it came to that you overcame? Peace and calm. Okay, so it seems like, again, you've had a lot of inner struggles and inner conflict, maybe even with body positivity, maybe when it came to you feeling valuable, you feeling pretty, handsome, and you feeling productive, right? Feeling like you have value. I'm getting that you have peace and calm in your mind now, but maybe back then you dealt with anxiety, you dealt with stress, you got stressed out really easily. Maybe you felt like your energy felt frantic or manic at times. OCD, it feels like very Mercury energy, like very mercurial, where it's like doing so many things at once, hypersensitive to like lights, sounds, feelings, again, people. it seems like you couldn't really catch a break, even with yourself. It seems like you had too many things going on and you were always stressed out about something. I actually feel like your nervous system is healing. You found ways to slow down. You found ways to be able to get yourself to be focused on productivity and making sure that your tasks are done, but there's not as much pressure. There's not as much of this hustle or time constraint on you like maybe as once before. This X is noticing how stable and grounded you are. Even if you're not like showing what you're doing every day, your energy speaks for itself. They can tell that you're a lot more calm. You don't get like frantic as easily. You don't get upset as easily. People are not bringing out these chaotic emotions out of you as easily. I'm hearing that you're not retreating from conflict as easily. So yeah, it's like you're able to really stand up to problems. You're not running away from problems or avoiding problems or unhealthily addressing problems like you used to, especially when it came to yourself, how you take care of yourself, your health, your wellness, also being able to slow down, relax, pamper yourself. You may have been actually an overworker when this ex knew you, someone that was constantly busy and on the go. And this person is noticing that you have had a slowdown, like something that you chose to do was a slowdown period in your life to help you heal. Okay, so the last thing, pile 2, is healing family issues. This X is noticing that your family life is becoming healthier. Maybe you had some sort of animosity with maybe one or both of your parents. Maybe you have strained relationships in your family, and that's maybe something that you are working on. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. How are you healing family issues? What is this X noticing about healing family issues? Cleared, no longer relates. I think you may have talked to this X about problems in your family. Maybe you would give them like a lot of information about, like, I'm hearing dirty laundry in your family, fights amongst other family members, like stuff like that. Just a lot of conflict and hostilities. There just was a lot of uncomfortableness that you would talk about within your family. Maybe like, yeah, I think it had something to do with like trustworthiness and reliability. Maybe you felt like your family, you couldn't trust your family. Maybe they hurt you a lot, and so maybe you stayed away from certain family members. Maybe you used to talk about with this ex about how so-and-so family member betrayed other family members' trust, and it made the family kind of fall apart. The traditions in the family, they're not really the same. Like, it seems like your family was almost broken in a way, or it wasn't really doing that great. But since this ex is gone, something changed within the family where everyone's getting along a lot better. Maybe you guys, just in general, you're not talking about family problems. You keep it within the family now. It does seem like there was a breakup. I'm losing my voice. It seems like there was a breakup in the family, but whatever happened. Okay. All right, I'm getting it now. So I think there was a separation. This could even been like a divorce, like divorced parents. And maybe these people, these family members hated each other at one point. But it seems like that got worked out and now they're on better terms with one another. Maybe you used to fight with your family member all the time, and maybe you had a separation with your parent. Maybe you stopped talking to your parent for like years, and then you guys started reconnecting and mending your connection. But it does seem like there was like a break. There was a break, a separation, a divorce, something like that. But what's happening now is there's now more peace. Maybe you guys are able to talk things out with this ex-partner or this person. It seems like whatever problems, I'm getting like a lot of problems when it came to communication. Whatever issues there were when it came to that, you found a way to resolve it in some way. And this ex is noticing that your family dynamics seem a lot healthier, seem more peaceful. And it seems like your family, and in general, it seems like there's more stability there. Yeah, it seems like you have like divine intervention when it comes to your family life. So you need to know, pile 2, that there are angels, spirit guides protection over you and your family if you are still stressed with this conflict. Maybe this ex was part of, I don't know why that would be, but maybe they were part of the breakup of the family, and maybe since they're gone, you guys are able to repair this connection with your family members. But okay, I'm getting a really weird message. This ex is still snooping and digging for dirt regarding your family life. I don't know why. It's almost like they were looking for something, but they weren't able to find it. It seems like from the outside, your family's doing really well. Why are they looking for dirt on Pile 2's family life? You need to know that you're protected from this ex from causing any problems or looking for past issues with family. I don't know why that's coming up. Let's see. Hidden feelings. I think they're trying to make something out to be that maybe it's no longer is, because we also have changing your mind and meant to be. I think you maybe like changed your mind about a certain family dynamic or a connection, or this person that's an ex, they could have been part of your family, and maybe you're just deciding like, I don't want this to keep going on. They may be thinking that you're lying about how happy you are with your family life right now, but it seems like, you know, you're seeing this as this was meant to be, but this ex may be taking it hard. I don't know if this ex was like someone that you had a family with, or you were married to this person, or whoever you're asking about, but they're taking it almost like a blow to them when it comes to how well that your family life is going. You seem happy, and it's like they almost didn't want your happy home to be happy. I think they're fine with everything else, but something about your family and home life, they're like not happy with you being happy in regards to that. And they were hoping that if they could like search into you, look into you, that they'd find something that was amiss, but they're not finding anything, because I really don't think that there's anything amiss anymore. I think you've been trying to do the work to heal whatever's going on within you and your parents or your family members or whatever. But yeah, but Pile 2, I'm going to end your guys' video off with my Scrabble letters. And let's go ahead and see what this ex is currently thinking of you now. Maybe we'll get some initials for their name or any words that could be relatable to them or to you. Let's go ahead and see what's happening here. All right, so we got mad. I'm also seeing the word maid. So maybe you are a maid. Maybe you work at like a restaurant, or maybe you work at like, I'm hearing like an Airbnb or something. Maybe you clean homes, clean hotels, clean apartments. I'm seeing something about a maid. Maybe they're noticing that you're like a maid. I'm also getting like before, it's weird because I'm seeing you as being happy. Okay, I'm seeing that this person's mad. This ex that you are asking about is mad. And I think it has something to do with that family situation that I was talking to you about. But to clarify more, I'm going to see what they're mad about. Why is this ex mad at you, or mad at whatever going on? Poor choices, broke, and lost. I think they're mad because they're broke. They're mad because they're realizing that they made a poor choice. Poor choice regarding what? I look up to you, and we also have real, genuine, and authentic. So they're just bitter because they're realizing that they're happy, or sorry, that you're happy. They're realizing that, you know, they look up to you. I feel like they're trying to play games with you, honestly. Chess piece, make your move. They're seeing you as doing way better. They see you as not needing them either. I think they were wanting you to need them, which maybe that's why that family thing is making them upset. Maybe you had a codependent relationship with this person. Maybe this person felt like you depended on them a lot. It made them feel valuable. It made them feel good about themselves, but it's like you're kind of handling things on your own. And, they're kind of feeling bitter about that because they can tell that they lost you. And so they're mad, maybe even just at themselves, right? For letting you go. Let's see. What else do we have here? So I'm seeing the words boat. So maybe you guys bought a boat. Maybe, you know, it's summer, so maybe you're taking a lot of photos of you being on a boat on the water. That could be resonant here. What else do I see? I'm seeing the word taboo. Something about you is taboo, or like I said, maybe you're diving into taboo subjects. I think that's how you spell taboo. Taboo. I'm just seeing boo in general, like boo-hoo as in like they're whining. But I'm seeing boo as in like ghost. Almost like scary. I'm kind of getting that this person sees you as like intimidating. Because if you think about a ghost, that's like scary, right? It's like haunting. Interesting. Taboo and boo. I don't know what that would have to do with you, but this person may be scared of you. They may be feeling intimidated of you right now. I'm also seeing data. Data. Maybe you work in a line of work where it's like you have to input a lot of data, like paperwork, filings. Maybe they're wanting data on you. I mean, I'm seeing I'm data. Let's see. I'm seeing the word bad. If we had another D, I could write down baddie. So they may be seeing you as like a baddie. What else do I see? What else do I see? I'm also seeing the word bait. Yeah, I'm getting some really weird words here. I'm also seeing the word made. I'm hearing like self-made. Why am I getting an image of fishing? Like you're making bait to go fishing. Maybe this person is fishing. I'm hearing like fishing for compliments. I don't know why, but I think this person is noticing that you're getting a lot of compliments right now. People are trying to reel you in. This person, this ex, may actually be trying to lay out, I'm hearing a trap or bait for you. I think this person's trying to like find a sneaky way for you to get back into their life. So you need to be aware of that. I don't think you're going to fall for it though. I am seeing the word date, so maybe you're dating around. They could be seeing that as well. I'm also seeing the word mood. So you are a mood, or something about your moods. This person is noticing again. Your mood has become better. It's shifted. You seem happier. Anyway, pile 2, if you see anything that I do not see, go ahead and type it down below. But that is all that I have to say. I hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you all later. Pile 3, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading, all about what does your ex think of you now. So go ahead and think of a person that you are no longer dating, and we are going to be seeing how this person feels about you, what they're noticing about you, messages like that. So pile 3, right away, I do have the cards on the table. I'm going to be going over those in a minute. I'm also going to be using my channeled index cards that I wrote things on. So I will be pulling those as well. But the image that you chose, I have a channeled message for that. So I was getting that your ex is noticing how disinterested you are when it comes to maybe social interactions. I'm getting like too cool to be here. So I'm also getting... I'm hearing this song, Cooler Than Me by, what was it? Like, what is his name? Mike Posner. Yeah. Cooler Than Me by Mike Posner. So you're giving off this attitude of I'm better than everyone else at this joint. I don't know if you're actually feeling that, but your ex is seeing this about you. I'm actually picking up that they think that you're cooler now since you guys broke up. And with the image of that anime girl, it does look like she has a very alternative aesthetic. She has like tattoos, and she has like piercings and jewelry, and it's like a really dark aesthetic, you guys could have had a style shakeup. So maybe you actually have a similar look compared to the anime girl. Or you are trying to add more alternative goth, maybe more bold pieces into your attire. I'm seeing that you like to accessorize a lot. So your ex is noticing that maybe you're wearing more jewelry, maybe you're putting more time into your appearance, maybe you got like a drastic haircut, or like maybe even your makeup is different, but I'm seeing that you have maybe even changed up your aesthetic that makes you look more unique and more cool. Because I keep hearing that they look so cool now. And I'm actually getting that this ex is maybe even feeling maybe even a bit intimidated by your new look. Because it's not just how you look, but it's like the energy that goes with it. It seems more powerful. It seems more detached. And it's almost like this ex is thinking like they're way out of my league now. So I would say, pile 3, that you have definitely gone through a glow up. Even if you don't feel like it, this ex is perceiving you to have gone through a glow up in some sort of sense. So we have creative projects. And it also, if I can pick it up, sorry. It also says it is time to get things done. Make your creative projects a priority now. So this person may be noticing that you have new hobbies, new interests. You may be an artist of some kind, a musician, someone that likes to be crafty. Maybe you work on a lot of DIY projects. Maybe you're into interior design or decorating. There's something about you that's eye-catching, and it's because of the hobbies and things that you're into. I'm seeing a lot of like knickknacks. You're always busy working on something. I'm hearing there's never a dull moment with you, because I'm also hearing something about how you may actually like to be alone a lot of the time. You like to hang out in your solitude, but you're always busy working on something. So you're never really truly bored or alone. Based on how this ex is viewing you, this ex is viewing you as someone that is really interesting, someone that has something new that they're working on up their sleeve. Something's always happening with you. You're never having like a boring moment compared to like how your ex viewed you in the past. They're viewing you now as someone that has I'm hearing a lot of capabilities to like make things. Yeah, I'm hearing make things, create things, making things look beautiful. I'm just seeing this person finding you to be really interesting to them, like more interesting compared to like when you were dating this person. This ex now is viewing you as someone that has a lot of different like hobbies. Maybe you're into like a trade, maybe you have like your own side business or something, but this person almost sees you as successful when it comes to like maybe even your own identity, like developing your own persona, developing your own interests, having friends that are not like, I'm hearing something about how you have your own set of friends now. You have your own set of hobbies. It seems like I'm hearing that you have your own life. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I'm channeling from this ex. This ex may have actually, I'm hearing they actually may have broken up with you, or I'm hearing that they broke up with you, or something that they did intentionally led to you leaving them. But the reason as to why they may have actually left your life was because they were worried that you were too focused on them at one point. I don't know if that's true or not, pile 3, but this person may have actually seen you as someone that was lacking their own friend group, lacking their own hobbies, didn't really have a whole lot. This sounds so bad because this ex is coming off as like a jerk to me. This ex viewed you as less interesting than them. They saw you as not having a whole lot going on, not a whole lot of things that you could be just solely focused on yourself. It almost felt like this ex considered you as maybe like a tag along to them. They saw you as emotionally available all the time to them. And you were more so like helping them with their own projects or hyping up their own dreams. But maybe this person viewed you as someone that maybe lacked their own goals or ambitions. I don't know if that's true or not, but this ex is coming off as a jerk. Their perspective of you is changing because since you guys have departed, because you are doing your own thing now, you are more interested in maybe learning your own style, maybe like getting into new projects, new creative endeavors, maybe learning a new instrument. Like you're really focusing on bringing fun and life and joy into your life. Things that you have never pursued while you were with this person. And with the self-exploration card, it does say peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find the truth. I think this person may have actually seen you at one point as someone that wasn't being authentic with themselves. Whether this is true or not, this ex used to see you as maybe even like everyone else. It just sounds so harsh because I'm getting in my mind, they see you as the star now. They see you as someone that has these dreams that you can accomplish. You're so unique compared to everyone else. And I was channeling in my mind that they used to view you as like the boy or girl next door. There wasn't really anything that really made you stand out to them compared to other people, which again, dick. They come off as a dick to me. So I'm actually really glad that you moved away from this person because yes, you know, like it's almost like in a way you're kind of like getting your comeback from maybe the things that this person would say that you couldn't do, or the things that they maybe denied you of, or maybe they just assumed that you would never become better than them. This person has a huge ego. I'm so sorry, Pile 3. This may be like a revenge era of yours. Even if you're not intentionally doing this, it's almost like you're proving to this person that everything that they thought or said about you is wrong about you. And not only that, this person doesn't have any of their own creative projects right now. I'm actually seeing that this person is going through their own kind of creative slump. They may actually be going through a period of boredom or depression, and I'm not wishing that on this person, but I'm seeing that this person is watching you through social media. I'm channeling this, that they're watching you through social media, hearing about you through maybe like other people that know you. And you're just coming off as someone that's inspiring themselves to get out there, inspiring yourself to maybe even start a new social media platform, maybe even starting up your own business. You're just coming off as a lot more interesting than you used to be, but also more interesting than this person. And this person is also starting to notice that more of your personality is coming out because of you working on your creative hobbies and projects. That happens, right? I think we're always changing and adapting, but when you find something that you're good at, when you find something that truly brings you a sense of joy, it's something that you want to invest all your time and care into, you are honing a skill set, right? And that can actually help you build up your confidence because it's something that you're mastering. It's something that you feel comfortable doing. And as you keep continuing to work on that project, you're able to allow yourself just to be. It's helping you feel more confident within your body, your talents, your voice, and maybe even the things that you never knew you could do, right? Maybe this is something that's making you feel like you could surpass any obstacle in your life. You're like, I can't believe I know how to do this, or I can't believe I'm learning to do this. It's making me feel so proud of myself. It also makes me feel like I can accomplish more in my life. I feel more brave to try out new things. And so as you're going down this journey of, I guess, developing your own talents and creative projects, it's making you believe in yourself that you can do more in your life. And that's what this ex is noticing, is they're starting to notice how courageous you're becoming. They're starting to notice that you're no longer as, I'm hearing naive, as maybe they once perceived you to be. You're no longer going to be limiting yourself in this life. And I'm also getting with people. So I actually see that your attitude, yes, it is coming off as more detached to this person. And it's because you know that you're worthy of more. You know that you deserve better now. You are also building better boundaries with others from not making you feel small and making you feel like you're not good enough, right? I really feel like you're stepping into your power and authenticity away from this person. And as you're building onto your creative projects and learning about things that you want to put your time and energy into, and things that really just bring enjoyment into your life. The other thing that we got is unrequited love, as well as the golden mirror and photograph. So your ex is noticing that you are not interested in them anymore. I actually feel like this ex may be wanting to come back into your good graces, is what I heard. I don't know if you guys, sorry, I'm going to move this. I don't know if they want to be back into a relationship with you per se, but I do feel like they want to like reach out to you, hit you up, say, hey. But again, like I said, your energy is coming off as detached and not really that interested. And I feel like it's not even just this person. I feel like you're not really in this period of wanting to be in a relationship right now. There's this sense of unrequited love where people are really interested in you at this time, whether you know this or not, pile 3. This ex is noticing that people are wanting to get to know you, wanting to be in your life, wanting to make friends with you, wanting to court you. And it just seems like you may be like denying invitations, offers, saying no, sorry, I'm busy. Like, it just seems like you're really sticking to yourself. I really feel like it's because you're working on these creative projects. This ex is noticing that you would rather be doing your own thing, working on your own art projects and things that you're passionate about, rather than hanging out with people or even hanging out with this person. And with this golden mirror, it does say self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship and love bombing. I don't think you're a narcissist, but I do feel like you are becoming more selfish with your time and energy. You are basically trying to better yourself through focusing on what makes you happy right now. I think this ex knows that you used to be a true lover in romantic relationships. You used to give, and give. And I think this person may have taken that for granted because it's almost like you're claiming all of that back to yourself. You're no longer allowing this person to treat you like an option, or even just anyone like an option. You're no longer allowing people of any people to treat you like an option. You want to feel special. You want to feel like you matter. And so right now I'm getting this sense that you don't really want people to choose you. You want to choose yourself. And so I do feel like you may even be working on your health and fitness with the mirror. There is something about your appearance that is coming off as different, as well as more attractive to this person as well as others. And you may even be getting a lot of compliments. People may be showering you with affection, compliments, people telling you that you're looking good right now. This person may actually be assuming that you have an ego complex. They may be like noticing that you are feeling yourself, that you are feeling good about yourself, that you are liking the way that you look. And they may be saying like, oh yeah, like pile 3's full of themselves now. Like just because, you know, they got a little bit more attractive, they think that they're the shit. And again, they may be just saying that out of like bitterness, but it does seem like you are being noticed in a really high light right now, just for the things that you're working on, as well as your personality and this style change. I would even say that you are posting a lot of selfies of yourself right now. This ex is noticing your selfies, seeing you online, seeing how good you're looking, and they may even be, again, you know, like missing you. They miss you. They want you back in their life. But again, I'm just seeing that you are posting yourself more. You're happy with how things are going in your life. It seems like you feel pretty stable right now. And it seems like people are really supportive of what you are working on. So to end your video off, pile 3, I'm going to pull some more cards to see what else is your ex currently thinking of you right now. Following your passion. Yeah, so they are noticing that you're following your passions right now. I'm hearing you could care less about what this ex or anyone thinks of you. It just seems like you're really focused on your own things, which, I mean, independence is sexy, pile 3. It comes off to me as you're happy with how your life is going. Age and getting older. So they're also noticing that you are getting older, maybe in the sense of wisdom, maybe in the sense of your mentality. Let's clarify that a little bit better. Maybe, again, your personal style has changed to something that makes you appear more mature. Maybe you had more of a youthful or more innocent, pure type of aesthetic. Again, this could just be like maybe they saw you as immature in the past. Maybe you came off as way more youthful in the past, but it seems like this is more of like wisdom, maybe like dressing more for your closer to your age, if that makes sense. Maybe you're coming off as more professional now. Let's go ahead and see. invisible and cloaked, as well as intuition, gut feeling. Oh, that's interesting. So, okay, it actually seems like your age is, I'm hearing age is just a number. This person may actually be confused as to how you're aging so gracefully. What is this intuition, gut feeling? Pop culture celebrity influencer. So this ex of yours is seeing that you haven't really aged a day. You're actually really good at being able to conceal any, like, I know this sounds really dumb, like fine lines, wrinkles, whatever. Or you just look like, I'm hearing a time capsule. You look like, body wise, age wise, you look the same as maybe you once did when you were with this person. They may even be confused on how old you are for some reason. I'm seeing question marks of like, they haven't aged a day. How old are they? Like, I'm seeing them wondering how old you are, which is kind of weird. And then I'm also seeing that they have this feeling that you're going to become a celebrity or an influencer or become some sort of big name. I am picking that up, maybe even because of your passions. Maybe you have a passion for singing. Maybe you have a passion for acting, music. Again, maybe you want to be seen as an influencer and content creator, someone online. I think this person, like, even if they don't admit it or see it visibly, they get this impression that you could become that if you keep doing what you're doing. Let's go ahead and clarify the following your passion card. They wish this for you and it backfired on them. So this is crazy. You know how I was telling you in the beginning that they are coming off as someone that is more bored with their life? They don't have any passions or projects that they're working on. I think this ex of yours was being seen as a hater in the beginning of when you guys broke up. Because they had, I don't know why. I think you told them that you wanted to work on things, and they may have actually been evil eyeing some of the things that you were telling them that you wanted to pursue, especially after you guys broke up. They're like, you know, pile three's not going to continue with this, and pile three's not talented enough, or they're not like funny enough or humorous enough, or blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what you did. I don't know if this was just the divine intervention, but it seems like your spirit guides redirected all of their negativity back to this person, and everything that they were wishing for you when it came to the way that you follow your passions and pursuing your creative hobbies and outlets, that has basically became their own reality. So you need to know that. It seems like I'm hearing that they were wrong about you. So this person really underestimated you when it came to your potential with what you're going to be doing with your creative, I guess, aesthetic, creative decisions, things that you're working on. I really am getting some of you guys want to make like your own business. You want to become self-employed, something of that nature. And I feel like out of like good karma for you and out of spite of this person, because I was saying like this is almost like your revenge era, but I'm not saying this is something that you're wishing for, but this is like something that they kind of did to themselves. The divine doesn't play about you. They see everything that goes on behind the scenes, all of the doubt, all of the misery that they wished for you, everything that they thought that you would not be. You're going to become that in this lifetime. And this is part of their karma. They're going to have to watch it firsthand. So basically, this person is going to be seeing you as everything that they doubted you to be. And I mean, that kind of just sucks for them, right? They think that you're lying, that you're being fake about this. Again, it's not really, it doesn't really matter, because everything that you're doing, you will achieve it. But they're going to still be in this bitter mindset of like, oh, well, they were just lucky, or oh, they just had the right connections, or blah, 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 blah. They may even try to say like, oh, they stole some pointers from me, you know, trying to take credit for what you're about, what you're trying to do. So this ex is very competitive of you. They're competitive with you. They're going to be jealous, or they are jealous of the success and the achievements that you're working on right now. Let's get one last message for you with my cards. How is your ex viewing you right now, pile three? What do you need to know? We also have feeling lost in love triangle. So they may actually already be in a relationship with someone else, but they may be putting you in a third party situation. I feel like you're going to be that person that they're never going to be completely fully over. So even if they're not wanting to get back together with you, I feel like they may have some sort of like bitterness or resentment. Like, you know how people that are not over the relationship, if they're dating someone, they're like, my ex is such a POS, and like they just bring that person up and say horrible things about that person because they try to say that they're over them, they don't like them, but really they still love them. It's like a love-hate dynamic. I'm feeling that whenever they get into a connection with someone else, they're going to always like revert back to the memories with you, or they're going to bring you up all the time, or they're actively putting you in a situation that is a third-party connection. As I said, that outside influences third party. So I feel like this person is feeling lost without you. This person may, if this is not involving you, I feel like they're also going through a situation where they're in a third party connection right now and they just want to be with you. Or in the past, I don't know if this is actually what happened, but maybe you guys broke up because of something like this. Maybe they chose someone else over you and they feel lost now without you. Maybe they were influenced to break up with you in the past by their friends, by their family. And that brought a lot of like challenges and just conflict in your guys' connection. And they may be regretting that. So it seems like they have a lot of regrets and they feel like they had like a missed opportunity with you because it seems like other people got involved or they allowed other people to maybe manipulate the connection that you two were in. And I'm hearing also because their inflated ego, they thought that they could have better. But the grass isn't always greener, pile 3. So I feel like they thought they were like the shit back then, but they're realizing it's you. You are the one. You are the star. Sadly, they've gone through a downgrade. And I keep hearing their love life has gone through a downhill spiral. Again, I don't wish that on them, but this person that I'm channeling just kind of comes off as an ass to me. Okay, so how is your ex viewing you right now, pile 3, with my Scrabble letters? Okay, if we had a U, I could spell queen, so they may be seeing you as a queen, right? Someone that's in authority, someone that has power. I'm also seeing, I don't have, wait, hold on. A piece of the pie, again, a sweet treat, a slice of cake. It's making me think of, you look irresistible. You look delicious. Maybe your creative hobbies and outlets is baking. Maybe you have like a baking company. You want to bake like baked goods, cakes, muffins, cupcakes, pies, maybe something like that. Maybe they miss your cooking. That could also be something that they are thinking about. Your name could be Zoe, or this person's name could be Zoe. I'm also seeing the name Pete, like Pete or Peter. That could also be a name. What else do I see? I'm also seeing the word time. Something about time. Poo. I didn't mean to do that. What else do I see? Why am I hearing lotion? We don't even have the words for that, but I'm hearing lotion. But they may be noticing how soft your skin looks. Again, maybe there's a lotion that you're using that's making you look more youthful. I don't know. What else do I see? I'm also seeing toes. Maybe this person has not a foot fetish, but maybe they like feet. Maybe they're noticing how pretty your feet are. Maybe you're getting a lot of pedicures or something. I'm also seeing the word note. Anyway, pile 3, if you see anything that I do not see, go ahead and type it down below. It may be helpful for someone else. And if you like my content, I do have a YouTube membership that I will have the link for down below. Every single month, I am making 2 to 4 videos a month for $2.99. You can cancel at any time. I also have another YouTube membership level where you can win a private reading with me every month. It's a chance to win a private reading with me every month. And you also are able to have the other perks from the last tier, and that is $4.99 a month. And again, you can cancel at any time. So there's no like commitments that you have to make. It's not like a grandfathered in. You can just cancel if you can't pay for that month. But I will have the link for that down below if you guys are interested. I have about 60 plus videos on that YouTube membership that you guys can find on there. But I will talk to you all later, and I will see you next time.